Sorry about that, guys. Welcome back to the Beaver House, by the way. We're probably gonna finish up Ratchet Gladiator today, methinks. I don't even know where I'm going. This way.
Yes.
We've only got like 3 planets left, I think. Not a whole lot.
Is now available for travel.
Put that back on my chat. Okay. Yeah, like 3 planets. Neat. On to planet Stygia. So, what's been going on in Josie's life?
Yesterday we were very sleepy and basically spent most of the day sleeping. We answered some phone calls, we made some phone calls, we slept, and we played a board game with Liam and the Lightstone crew. They're doing a significant amount of work on Quest for the Masks, and it's quite impressive everything they've gotten done so far, but this game still takes forever. We consider it a serious mistake that we said yes to this.
Oh dear.
Yes, because it was like 9 p.m. when we started, and we kept going until 1 a.m., and we were very tired.
Oh, that's an average stream for me. We started the stream at 9 p.m. and it's probably gonna go till 1.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Time zones, yay!
Well, consider this: in the 2 days previous to yesterday, we had energy drinks. 1 energy drink a day. Energy drinks make us feel really good for a very long time, a few hours, quite a few hours. But then we crashed really hard.
I can imagine.
So when one has 2 energy drinks over the course of 2 days, it kind of stacks up. So we basically took an entire day after to just sleep, and it was not a very good day to play board games.
Ah, I see.
Yes. Eventually we got to the point where Liam noticed that we were trying to throw the game and help other people win faster so the game could be over. And Liam said, if you're going to throw the game like that, you could just leave. And we exclaimed, that was an option? And then we immediately closed.
Do that?
And then we immediately closed Steam and Discord. Anyway, Bionicle, Quest for the Masks. It's that board game that... It's a game, alright.
Yeah.
Board games are fun, but they go on for forever and ever.
They really do, yeah. I remember when I was in university, I had to make a board game as part of my 2nd year project, I think.
Liam did that.
That was fun.
Liam did that. He made a racing board game about elderly people at a retirement home.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He wants to make it like a game like Twisted Metal, but the characters are all seniors.
Yeah.
It would be
I helped
humorous.
design the main character for that.
Yes, it would be humorous. We wish him the best in his endeavors. The world needs more Twisted Metal. Sony seems to think it doesn't.
Around to playing those.
Sony seems to think the world doesn't need more Twisted Metal, but we firmly disagree. Sony doesn't know what they have here. Twisted Metal is a very good IP. A very good IP. There was a guy who wished on the Magic Genie for the whole world to see his face. So rather than make this like a regular celebrity, what man did was stretch his face and turn his face into the new skybox of the Earth, so that the whole world sees his face, and they quite like it apparently. So the plot of the Twisted Metal games is that the The Twisted Metal competition is run by a genie man named Calypso, and when you win, he grants you a wish. He grants your character a wish, and he's evil, so it usually doesn't go well. Immortal Z-Man says, I guess he couldn't face it. Aha!
How curious.
There was one who was apparently a NASCAR driver that had entered a demolition derby, so quite odd. She wished that she could be one day become famous enough that she would be featured in museums. So Calypso sent her back in time to be mauled to death by a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and archaeologists would one day find her motorcycle helmet and be like, what is this? And so now, okay, not her motorcycle helmet, her racing helmet, because she's a race car driver. Yeah.
A bit of a monkey's paw situation.
Well, yes, it's a very monkey's paw situation. The entire game. It's you fight to the death of this demolition derby with weird cars, and the winner wishes for a thing, and it goes wrong. Let's see. There's also the main. Okay, not the main character, but clearly the one that they try to push as the mascot, as it were. Sweet Tooth. He's a clown, as you could guess. He drives an ice cream truck. Sometimes he wishes for things. What did he wish for? The one we're most familiar with is Twisted Metal 2. Twisted Metal 2. What did Sweet Tooth want in Twisted Metal 2? Oh, Wikipedia doesn't list all the things that the characters wished for. Wonderful. Wikipedia, what good are you? What good are you if you don't... You don't list...
Characters in Twisted Metal 2 wished for.
What, Wikipedia, if you don't list what the endings of Twisted Metal 2 were? How dare you! Luckily, Random.com has to pull the weight that Wikipedia refuses to bear.
Yes, Jesse, man. Energy drink are bad for your health.
Yes, but unfortunately, they're the only things that seem to make our brain go good.
It's basically just sugar and caffeine.
And bull semen.
Ah, lovely.
Yes, that's what taurine is, apparently. It comes from bull semen.
Good? Question mark?
Yes, very good question mark. Actually, hold on. That might have been... So we're realizing now that that was an ex-convict who had told us that, and she was a douche. And she was a douchebag. So we're going to actually look up if taurine actually comes from bull semen or not. Bull. Oh. Well, it's named for bulls. Oh, it comes from bull. It comes from ox bile, like stomach bile.
Okay, so not quite as bad.
God damn it! We really should know better than to trust someone who just. She was one of our old roommates' daughter, and she was like. Okay, so to put it in perspective, our phone isn't working anymore because the USB port has completely gone dead. Like we'll just stick something in the USB port and then it will work for a few seconds and then stop. So we can't charge our phone anymore. So when we go shopping tomorrow, we have to just not have podcasts. We quite don't mind being alone with ourselves anymore, but we certainly would like the option to have a podcast.
Yeah.
And so we have been looking for our external battery charger that we used to use for our old phone that didn't have a USB port, that didn't have a functional USB port at all. Like we got it and the port didn't work. But we recall that we may have let this woman borrow this roommate's daughter borrow our external battery charger, and she never returned it.
Oh.
So basically, We have to just buy a new one, I guess. Yes. And we didn't have money until today, so because we spent all of our money on food. But anyway, I'm not going to go into detail about it, but we get $50 a month sometimes. So we have that, and we're going to deposit tomorrow, and we're going to buy some groceries with our EBT food stamps, which do not count as money. And then we are going to go online, and we are going to order something. Actually, wait, no. Fuck, we remember. Phones. Hold on. The chat. We're going to read the chat now. Let's see. What do you think LEGO should do since next year is the 20th anniversary of Bionicle? So that thing that Socadia did on... That's the name. Right? Oh, fuck. That thing that the green guy did. That. Socadia. Socoda.
The diorama thing?
Yeah, the diorama thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We haven't actually said a lot of these names out loud before, so we apologize. We just don't know what we're talking about. Bionicle Lego ideas. There was a recent Bionicle Lego ideas campaign that was a minifigure. That was a minifigure diorama thing, and it was really good. And Lego turned it down for some reason. Even though it achieved the support and was okay. His name is Sakoda.
Ah, okay.
Sakoda, his profile picture is an octagon with an angry face on it.
Octagon.
Wait. Yes, it is an octagon. There are 8 sides.
And 8 awesome angles?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Epic.
Unless you count the ones in the face, which also count as angles. Oh, right, Twitter. Sakoda. Right. So, what we would most like LEGO to do for Bionicle's 25th anniversary is do the thing that we all wanted them to do, but they erroneously decided not to.
Yes.
It really bummed us out, because we do not like being upset with LEGO, but the campaign was perfect. Bionicle was a very expensive toy line for LEGO to produce. So although it was still selling very well, it simply did not sell enough to justify the cost.
Yeah.
So we figured that a system-based Bionicle would upset some people, but it would be the only way they could do it.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah. This one was perfect. It was system based. The prints looked good. Not that that cares, because when LEGO makes these sets, they rarely come out similar to they would have made their own prints, is what we're saying. Basically, they just at this point, it can be easily said that they just don't want to do LEGO Bionicle again. They just don't want to do Bionicle again. And it's upsetting because they still say that they will.
Yeah.
And in this most recent ideas vote panel thing, whatever they call them, they turned down an Iron Giant Ideas project, which is also Bionicles. So they could just say, hey, okay, so we're not actually going to be doing Bionicle anymore. No more questions.
Oh, I loved watching The Iron Giant as a kid. Such a good movie.
Lego.
I had the
Lego
the video box set, which came with like a novelization of the movie and the movie on VHS, and also like a figure of the giant, and it was so cool.
We think we might have had that.
Yeah.
It was very good. The Iron Giant was a good movie. Apparently, it was a financial flop in theaters, but
Shame.
it more than made back its budget in not theaters.
Yeah.
But it's still technically considered a cult classic because Warner Brothers doesn't count their money.
I guess.
We hate the film industry so much. But yes, there was going to be an ideas project. There was an ideas project for the Iron Giant. Lego turned that down. At this point, they just don't want to. At this point, it just seems that they don't want to do Bionicle. And Lego doesn't seem to be aware that they make the rules. The Lego ideas. They can just say what they mean. They don't have to. They don't have to pretend. Oh yeah, we'll totally do Bionicle. We'll totally do Bionicle.
Well, that's the weird thing. Like, they have a list of like themes that you can't suggest on Lego Ideas. Bionicle used to be part of that list, and then they took it off.
Oh, good, wonderful, absolutely wonderful,
Yeah.
absolutely
they basically
wonderful.
implicitly said, yeah, you can do Bionicle, but then they've shot down every Bionicle idea that's come up on there.
Oh, and recently Lego responded to the J.K. Rowling thing
Oh,
in pretty much the most disappointing way possible.
oh,
Yeah, they seem to be taking a centrist route to it. Basically, they're going to continue making Harry Potter merchandise, and they're just insisting that our contracts are with Warner Brothers. They're the ones who get the money. You'll have to ask them yourself if Raleigh gets any of the money. We don't know.
Right, I see.
So-
Mr. Osaka says I'm very quiet. Tell you what, I can turn myself up a bit.
The explanation is likely because Lego is probably contractually obligated to continue making Harry Potter. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, yeah, as you were saying.
Lego is probably contractually obligated to continue making Harry Potter merchandise at this time, and they don't. And frankly, it would upset a lot of people if they just came out. Yeah, we have no choice but to continue giving J.K. Rowling. Nothing we can do about it. Sue to get out of the contract, but the contract would probably expire before it would even go to court. There's really nothing that can be done here. But instead of just being honest with us, they gave us, oh, we don't know if J.K. Rowling gets the money or not. Ooh. Although I don't think the word trans was even, I don't think the term trans was even mentioned in their apology. Hold on. Yes, corporations do like the term LGBTQA because it's an acronym, and therefore they have the plausible deniability. If enough people get mad at them, oh well, we didn't say any of the words. We just did. Yes. Okay. So the term trans was not even mentioned in the apology that they wrote. They use the acronym. The corporations like using acronyms because acronyms don't count as the words that are in them.
I did.
So frustrating. Oh, and they also announced that there's going to be a promotional monster book of monsters set. It's going to be motorized, so you can roll it around and he does a chomp.
Oh.
Yes, what a wonderful time to announce that it's like they didn't actually apologize just to make people feel better. They apologized because they had a new Harry Potter set to announce, and they didn't want to be totally embarrassed about it.
Remember when Takua and Puku came out and you could roll that around and the legs would move?
Yeah, it's very cute.
Yeah, it was.
Let's see. Jesse Man says, I think they should re-release the first 3 Bionicle movies, but have a live symphony. Yes, the first 3 Bionicle movies are not officially available in high definition or on Blu-ray, so go ahead and do that, Lego. That would be cool.
It would.
It would be.
Like, they definitely could, because, you know, I'm sure they would have rendered those in, you know, at least higher definition than DVD. Because, like, the first one, at least, was in cinemas for a short time.
Pixar went ahead and re-rendered the entirety of Toy Story and just reanimated the entirety of the first 2 Toy Story movies because they lost the files for them. When they had to re-release the movies in a higher quality they lost the source files, so they just made them again. Because Pixar has enough integrity, or at least had enough integrity. And then Disney bought them, and they had to just give that a rest. Oh, you want us to make a movie about dinosaurs? We don't really have any good ideas. Oh, you want us to make a bunch of sequels? We hate making those. Okay.
Yeah. But, you know, Disney, they got ideas.
Money. Society would be better without money. We don't know how people keep insisting. No, we need money. Money is important. Everyone needs to be afraid for their lives at all times. Yes.
Don't you know money makes the world go around?
Yeah, it's money.
Because that's not a fabricated concept.
Oh, good. A new person asking why the Minecraft bee is trans. Should we block this person immediately? Or are they playing along with the joke? Ooh, titties.
Mr. Otaka says, like, they were on Netflix last time I checked. What, the Bionicle movies? I think they're on Netflix in some territories. I don't think they are in the UK. Not sure about the US.
The first 3 Bionicle movies are available for free on the Biomedia Project because Lego doesn't consider them worth it making money off of anymore.
Good point. Good point.
Oddly enough, we verified that with Lego. They verified that with Lego. Josie is not officially part of Biomedia Project. Although we mostly just make that decision because Josie is not to talk about politics for 5 minutes. So we have tried our best. It just gets harder and harder with time.
Yeah.
We finally looked up how much money all the surgeries we need would cost, and how long it would take someone to afford them with an average salary, with an average living wage, yearly wage, which we most certainly do not have. It would take 6 years for someone to save up enough money, so engaging with absolutely no other interests or hobbies, to save up the money for all the surgeries that are not covered by insurance, that a cis person can just be born having already.
That sucks.
Yeah. Oh shit, we actually didn't calculate exactly how long it would take us to save up that money, engaging with no other hobbies whatsoever. We don't really want to right now.
That's fair. That's fair.
This guy is gonna sell a lot of commercial time, Juanita.
Hey, how you doing? Maybe I can do it.
Wardrobe malfunctions.
Hi. So it turns out that radio voice we've been doing is a new persona. We don't know
Oh,
why.
yeah.
We never cared much for the 1920s, so we don't know why we have one. It might be because apparently we never consciously considered this might be this was the same as a Brooklyn accent. 1920s radio announcer, Brooklyn accent, same thing. So now we can do Joey Wheeler impressions.
You came in the 1920s.
No, wait. Okay, so we're still working on that. I can say Brooklyn Rage! But I still don't know how to say, I summon alligator sword in attack position. Okay, I guess that worked.
Use an EMP to deactivate them.
Yeah.
Baby dragon! And attack the Taco King.
Baby dragon. Kogek.
Hey Chip, you weren't here when we were playing Duel Links when we noticed there was a carrot? There's a card.
Wait, no.
There's a call.
No, you did mention that on stream.
Oh, we
I was
did?
there.
Oh, you were there? Sorry. There's a card called
that
Carrot
was-
White Champion.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yep.
It's part of the Ixies era, so we're not gonna see it until like the 4th show.
Lol.
Assuming that the Sylvan archetype's even in Zexal, probably not.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows anything anymore? If there's a cat girl, but apparently there's an entire character in Zexal devoted to cats, and none of her cards are real cards. None of them.
Huh.
She is apparently a main character, but none of her cards are real. None of them. None of them.
Well, that's odd.
Yeah,
I
no.
thought after Duel Monsters they'd have like decided to, you know, make all the cards real
Her
cards.
cards were exclusively available in a Wii game. It was a selling point. It was a selling point of the game that you could finally play with these cards in the video game. And well, we're 2 console generations later, and those cards have not been released anywhere else yet. So they're still exclusive to that Wii game. Good job. Let's see. You think you know anything about the Yu-Gi-Oh meta or any non-Duel Links decks, Josie? Yeah, we used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but we lost our cards around the season of the arc in Yu-Gi-Oh GX when Jade in the cards and gave up playing for a bit. He eventually found cards. We didn't. Because our deck was an Exodia deck back when that meant something. It was really hard for us to get that Exodia deck. A friend helped us. It was real cool, really neat. Couldn't stand playing the game without it. Lost it in a move. We found it eventually, but by then it was the synchro era. Things were moving too fast. We got lost in the shuffle. Card game terms. Then it just got worse and worse over the years. Ixies, so synchro monsters, you summon them by playing a tuner monster, and then you use math to determine. You send a level 3 tuner monster and a level 4 not tuner monster to the graveyard. You get to summon a level 7 tuner synchro monster, and
That does sound confusing.
that's math. Does Ixies monsters, which are less complicated, but also more complicated in ways. So you summon Ixies monsters by sacrificing 3 monsters with the same level, 2 or 3 monsters with the same level. Oddly enough, if Gate Guardian were retrained as an Ixies monster, it could actually work like it does in the show, exactly like it does in the show. They haven't done it yet.
I don't know.
So when you summon an Xyz monster, you place the the monsters you use to summon it with underneath the card. So like they're equipped, but also not. It's called overlays or Xyz material or something. And most Xyz cards have an effect that if this card has Xyz material and a thing happens, you can discard one material to do a thing. And then effect based on whether or not they have materials or not. So Great Guardian could do that. Summon this card with 3 level 7 Xyz with 3 level 7 monsters, and then this card can either attack once with its big number attack with its original attack, or once per turn for each of its Xyz material, trade its attack defense like the Xyz material it's got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesse Man says, "What's a Persona? A video game."
No, he's talking about Josie stuff. Okay. So people call them altas, movies call them personalities. Josie's got dissociative identity disorder. It's a stress relief thing. It's a thing that the brain does to face trauma and make it easier. Sort of like a very, 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 very extreme form of compartmentalization. If you're having enough trouble doing a thing, you can literally crack under the pressure, and then there's an entire new you that can just do that thing specifically. Very useful, but also weird. Also, one of us speaks in a Brooklyn accent. We don't know why. We literally don't know why I'm here. We don't know what trauma made me happen. We're thinking it might have had something to do with Vixie Pop and Hazbin Hotel, but compared to all of our other trauma, that seems really trivial. Our brain literally spawned a new mind because we were so undecided about the political status of one cartoonist.
Huh.
That don't make sense.
No, it don't.
That's not how any of this works. If that's actually what happened, to reconsider how we've decided to start respecting our own brain and our body because it's doing the best it can. We're gonna change our mind on that if it turns out I exist entirely because of Vixie Pop. Because that's just fucking stupid. Anyway, what was I here for? Oh, right, I'm gonna do math. I'm here to do math. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm the one they call radio. I'm the one they tentatively call radio voice, and I'm here to do math! Because we hate math so much. Okay, so let's see. The total cost of the surgeries a trans woman would need if the hormones aren't enough to make them feel comfortable with their body can be $130,000 $900.
Jeez.
So that's $130,900.
That's a fucking lot.
Yep. 6,500 if their ribs need to be reshaped. 5,500 if their vocal cords need to be shaved. 10,000 if the breasts aren't good. 12,900 if their hips need to be 16,000 if the butt needs to be lifted. 1,000 for the vagina. 50,000 for the face.
Oof.
Good. And once again, raising that money with the average with the average United States resident's income, takes about 6 years. Assuming you have no other interests or hobbies, and oh yeah, and that also if you're a minor, then you have to wait even longer for either your parents to consent to you getting those surgeries, or for you to become 18 and just do whatever the fuck you want. Also, therapy. You have to have 2 years minimum therapy before you can actually do any of this crap. And yeah, so basically there's a lot of waiting. There's a lot of waiting involved. Meanwhile, for a cis person, they can be born with the right body. Wait time that is 9 months, and birth a human birth does cost money, but it's often covered by insurance. So it's essentially free, and then basically they just gotta wait until they grow up, and then they got the body. And they can have other non-gender related things wrong with them that they don't like about themselves, but like that's not me right now. Money.
Mortal Z-Man asks about shaving vocal cords. Yeah, like there's certain surgeries that can be done to like shorten your vocal cords to make your voice higher pitched.
Yeah, we don't like how
Pretty cool.
Yeah, we don't like how low our voice is. We're getting easier on that because we've realized that there's cis women with lower pitched voices than us, but still this persona, the one we call radio voice, we don't have a name for me yet. We didn't actually know how to do this voice in a high pitch. Are we even doing it right now?
Well, I think your voice is really good, so.
Come into this, come into my world, take a look at me. Nightmare on the dark side of the moon. I'm your first last resort, so call me. Play your cards wrong and I'll see you soon. Alright, so we're there, you know. Takes concentration. We don't really know how to do this voice yet perfectly. But we figured it out, and then I started coming out more often because I was like embarrassed that our voice sucks. Yep. So we're thinking about getting the vocal cords shaved because we would just prefer it if we didn't have to exert so much effort to keep our voice high pitched. But
And I sincerely hope it never happens again.
the money, though.
Yeah, the money's a big thing.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna do this now. Let's do math. Let's do math, everybody. Math with radio voice. All right, let's see. So, after base living expenses, we have $200 a month, which is not a lot. Yeah. Average U.S. income appears to be as high as $33,706. Living expenses can be as high as $1,368. 13,000. Let's see. So let's see. 2,400. All right. We want to. All right. We gotta brace ourselves for this. Let's look at the numbers. Let's get those numbers. 54 years. 54 years. 54 years. Oh, did I mention that this entire thing was motivated by? Okay, so a couple days ago, our friends were complaining that we talk about politics way too much, and one of us we came up with the response. Well, we'll stop talking about politics all day when our vaginoplasty is covered by nationalized healthcare. If the government gives us a free vagina, we'll shut up.
Yep.
So then we remembered that we are on national healthcare. We're on Social Security, so we get free healthcare. So we Googled it, and it turns out that gender affirmation surgeries were covered by our insurance, but now they're not.
Oh,
Great!
isn't that always great?
Isn't that
when
great?
the government
Anyway,
takes things away
54
that they used to give you.
4 years. So, no, Josie's not gonna shut up. Josie's never gonna shut up. So how has Chip been today? How has Chip been lately?
I've been relatively good, thanks.
Good.
I did some volunteering this morning because I don't know if the people in chat know. I volunteer at the local charity shop, and that's a nice thing to do, so I do it.
Yep, Chip is your local charity girl.
Yeah.
And we don't know what we meant by that. We just say things sometimes. You know that, we're us.
Yeah.
Chip is the national charity girl of England.
Wales, but yes, okay.
Let's see. Jesse Man says Angel Dust is the best character from Has-Been Hotel. He's a fan favorite. Yes, he is. We obviously, apparently, we really like Alistair as well. Obviously.
Yeah.
We retraded something about trans, but something. Fuck, something. Bees. Cats! On the moon! What cats on the moon?
Harvey says, I used to do that. There was Bionicles in the charity shop. Neat.
We've never seen Lego in the. We've not in any thrift shops or charities. We had a dream once that we had. That was weird. Just Man says that's a lot of money for surgery. Yeah, and it's specifically not covered by insurance. At least ours. Some insurances do. Good for them. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for a body that says people could just be born with and not have to work for. Let's see. Jesse Man asked, doctors can reshape ribs and vocal cords? Yeah, apparently. We were very surprised about the ribs. Previously we'd heard people get surgery to remove ribs, but apparently no, they can actually just reshape the ribs that are there, because ribs are important. You kind of need those.
Yep.
But, yeah, so... You know that stereotype that trans women all have a very masculine body? Apparently that is kind of there. That is bone structure that can't be fixed with hormones.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ribs are shaped. The ribs of the penis body type are shaped in such a way that the titties don't look as big. We gotta have nice titties. We gotta have the titty. Very important.
Of course.
Very important. Very important. Titty good.
Yep.
Titty good. Titty good. Politics bad.
Yep.
Yep. Harvey asked if we watched The Danish Girl. We have not. This is that one Eddie Redmayne was in. We bitch about that constantly. Wonderful. Eddie Redmayne recently said he supports J.K. Rowling stupid.
Oh,
He supports
that's a shame.
J.K. Rowling's stupidity. Even though he played a trans woman in a movie, and an actual trans woman actually auditioned for that movie and was turned down because, quote, she didn't look trans enough. The casting
That kind
director
of stuff.
didn't want an actual trans woman to play a trans character because they didn't look trans enough, i.e., they didn't look like a stereotype. They didn't want to portray trans women accurately. They wanted to portray what their narrow-minded view said of a trans woman was. So,
The question is,
yeah, so, we don't blame anyone for telling us to watch The Danish Girl, but we're not going to watch The Danish Girl, no. Well, we're just not. Maybe if Eddie Redmayne had come out against J.K. Rowling, maybe. J.K. Rowling was secretly the Danish Girl director. That's a good joke. She might have been. She writes under pen name. She writes under pen names for some reason. Originally, she wrote under a pen name because she thought that if Harry Potter had the name Joanne. What's the K stand for? J.K. Rowling. We saw someone once joke that the K in her name actually stood for Karen. That definitely fits, but that's not right. Anyway, so basically, she figured that if the books had the name Joanne Rowling on them, they wouldn't sell as much because people were sexist in the 90s. People were sexist in every decade. People are still sexist.
Yep.
Why does this one talk like the 1920s? Why? Why does it? Why? Whatever. We accept them. I accept me. They accept me. Words are hard. Words are hard, especially when you have 7 people in your head. Anyway, Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling said that J.K. Rowling likes to write under pen names because at the time when she started, she thought no one would buy books. No one would buy fantasy books that had a woman's name on them. So that's great. Now she's writing books under a pen name for no reason, and it just so happens that the book she's writing that's basically Silence of the Lambs. For some reason, she wrote a book that's basically Silence of the Lambs. It's a detective story about a guy. The villain turns out to be a cross-dresser who's killing women for reasons. Yeah. 2020. And, and she happens to be writing it under the pen name Robert Grayman?
Okay.
I forgot what it is. Robert something or other. And the person she's using as a pen name, they're an actual person. It's an actual person named that.
Oh.
And that actual person was a quote-unquote scientist studying gay conversion therapy.
Oh, joy.
Yeah, so basically, this real guy with the name that she decided was hers now was studying how to turn gay people straight by torturing them. Good.
I'm totally blown away. That was with
She assures everyone that that's just a coincidence, but also she's gonna keep using it. The books have already been printed. It's on the cover.
Just put it on the pile of all the other quote-unquote coincidences
Yeah,
around her.
This woman seems to have just made her life be about being a bitch now. It's made the people that literally grew up play acting her fan fiction for money feel very awkward about it. The 3 protagonists from Harry Potter Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint. Them. They've all come out against J.K. Rowling and her bullshit. And they probably feel really awkward about it, especially because Rupert Grint is an ice cream man now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his dream when he was a kid was to just one day he would just buy an ice cream truck and just be an ice cream man. Just because. And well, that's what he did.
Epic.
He's still in movies occasionally because you got to pay the bills, and selling ice cream doesn't exactly pay the bills, but it's fun, so he does it. Yeah, so it's kind of really awkward when you're just an normal everyday ice cream man, and then the person who basically owned your childhood, actually literally owned your childhood, it was a bitch on Twitter for seemingly no reason. So now you gotta take time out of your busy ice cream day to deal with that shit.
Yep.
And let's see, 3 actors have come out in support of J.K. Rowling for some reason, which is upsetting. Eddie Redmayne, who plays Newt Scamander, Robert Clayton, something. The guy who plays Hagrid. Plays a very nice man. Played a very nice giant man. Harry Potter's literal Harry's caretaker guy. Very nice man. His actor's a dickhead. Acting is fantastic. You can pretend to be a cool guy for 8 movies and no one will notice. Oh, and Draco Malfoy's actor is apparently also an asshole. Weird. See, normally actors who cast to play major villains in very significant movies will do their best to avoid typecasting. But he just wants to be a literal villain and a literal villain then. All right. Robert Coltrane, that's his name. This stream's going to be really awkward to watch for anyone who's not interested in politics, but, you know, this is Josie's life. Josie can't help it.
Well, yeah.
Maybe someone else should have shown up today. Break up this politics with some other not politics.
Yeah. To be fair, I didn't like tag the stream hosts this time, which I normally do, so that's probably when no one else showed up.
Yep. Erica's tits are still made of tin, though, so... Erica's titties are still made of tin. So, that's why she's on here.
For anybody who didn't watch our last stream, Erica's got tinnitus, and yeah, she can't wear headphones for a while.
Yep. So, most of us pronounced it tinnitus, and Chip pronounces it tinnitus, and
That's the normal way to pronounce it where I come from. I don't know.
Since Josie's got 7 voices in her head now, we came up with the joke immediately after Chip said that. What if we pronounced it tin titties? Erica.
Yeah, chat. Anybody British, please.
Harvey Coofs asks, "Who is Erica?" Erica's a new host. She's cool. She's got a very cute voice.
Yeah.
Very quiet. Whenever she leaves the stream, she has a very distinctive sign-off. She says "bye" as cutely as possible.
Yep.
And
and when we end this stream,
her titties have become made. And recently,
when we end this stream, you'll see her face on the end screen.
No, you won't, because she wore a face mask before. It was cool.
Oh, well, you'll see the pink splotch over her face. Harvey Cup says, "I am British Chip, don't worry," and you pronounce it tinnitus, right? Like a normal person. I'm not crazy.
Darling, there's no such thing. Crazy is just a word. Oh, that robot lady is hot as well.
Yes. If there's one thing that the Ratchet games do well, it's hot robot ladies.
That's good. We would still most prefer being Courtney Gears. She's the best one.
Yeah.
The absolute the best one.
Thank you, Ace. The galaxy is rooting for you. We're all
Doody doody doo.
for you.
Doody doody doo. Doody doody doo.
Alright, so I think we're going into the final world. Dreadzone Station, yeah, that seems pretty final. Wait, no, Dreadzone Station's the hub world, whoops. Lol. Okay, wrench upgrade. I'm gonna hold off on that just in case there's a new armor to buy. Because if there is, I'd rather get that right now. Let's see, that's... Oh wait, no, you don't buy armors in this game, you just get them. I forget that's how it works. In that case, yes I shall buy the wrench upgrade. Peace. And Omega mods, let's see. Time bomb? Sticky grenades? Or brain rush? I like the sound of time bomb, so I'm gonna get that. And sure, might as well get Matar. Alright, flail. That's good to have. Freeze on. This one, the Raptors.
Harvey asks, what Ratchet and Clank game will you play next?
Okay, after this one, I think we're gonna play Size Matters, then Secret Agent Clank, and then a sneaky secret game, which I'm not gonna tell you about yet.
Batman?
Nope.
It's Superman?
Nope.
SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom?
Oh, you're so close.
SpongeBob SquarePants the movie.
No.
The mobile Ratchet and Clank game, says Harvey.
No. Liam suggested that. No, that one doesn't count.
The...
We're back in the
What about the
as Ratchet begins
added an
Operator Tournament. No contestant has made it through this baby all season.
Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy game?
You know, weirdly, you're on the right lines, but, like, completely off in the wrong direction.
The Kids Next Door game?
No, although I do have that.
What?
I have Kids Next Door Operation Video Game.
Hold on, why did we type this with a question mark? We tweeted someone a question when we meant to make it a sentence. Multitasking is somehow over the weeks. You'd think it would be easier having multiple minds, but we always have this, and now we're just listening to them all. Harvey said was about to say K&D game. LOL. What have we done to our chat? We're asking you random games that we think you might be playing as a joke. We don't actually. Did you indicate that you were playing a cartoon game?
Not explicitly, no.
So we just sort of guessed?
Yeah?
We are amazing. We are amazing.
Well, I mean, you know,
we are powerful.
I don't want to say any more about it because it'll ruin the surprise. But I'll just say it is a Ratchet and Clank game, and it's not the one that you're thinking.
Wait, what?
That's all I'll say.
We're so intrigued.
But yeah, we still got 2 more games before that anyway, the PSP ones. Mario? No, not Mario. Hotel Mario, yeah, that's what it's gonna be. No, it's not. Oh, the crossover? Which crossover do you mean? Because maybe...
Mom always said what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. On Dread Zone, what does kill you gets us better ratings. Yeah! In this round, Ratchet shoots faster and faster with each of them. I wonder what Mom would think of that.
Sometimes you just check Twitter and something so stupid is trending that you just... Hashtag blame black men.
Oh, that sounds very stupid.
That's...
His own fitness machine. His own pet burning barbecue.
I have nothing to say! I have nothing to say, angry one, and I have nothing to say about this. I just wanted to be out so that I could share this, because this is just... What the fuck? Why is Barney trending? Oh god.
Barney!
Hello everybody, I am Barney the dinosaur. No, that doesn't work.
Or is it Barney Gumble from The Simpsons?
No, it's definitely Barney the dinosaur. Okay. Alright, this is fine. This is fine. Daniel Kaluuya? Daniel Kaluuya confirms he is developing a live-action Barney. Alright. Well, at least this one. At least this.
Slide and Ratchet crossover. I don't know what that is. I haven't heard of that before.
PlayStation Move Heroes. Meow. Alright, what am I looking for? What are we looking for? What are we looking for? Something.
Live action Barney? I thought Barney was always live action. Good point.
Oh! Okay. Okay, Hollywood's lost its damn mind.
Jack X? That's just a racing game.
Hollywood's lost its damn mind.
Weighing in at 97 and a half pounds. Most of it probably fluff or fat. Ratchet. This is it, Runt. I almost wish it wasn't going to be over so quickly.
Alright, it's time for the final showdown against Ace Hardlight.
I'm the greatest hero that ever lived.
Why?
As far as you go, Lombax.
Cause he's an asshole.
Down here.
Because he's an asshole!
Exactly.
Ah.
That one actually hurt.
Oh, he's recording.
Harvey
That's not fair.
Harvey asks, quest for booby. I mean quest for booty.
We will be playing that eventually.
Which
That's
one?
part of the future trilogy.
Which one? Which one? Quest for booty or quest for booby?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you feel lucky?
Yes.
Well then. Well then. Very good then. Yes, yes. Trying very hard to find the Google thingy. And
I did.
Twitter thingy. Hello. What do you... Well, at least you have an ace up your sleeve.
Because his name is Ace.
It is?
The guy I'm fighting right now. Also, wow, he took out half my health in 2 shots. That's fun. Man, I gotta heal up.
Because he's an asshole! Penguins!
Penguins?
Extermination is my job.
Okay, I think I found what I'm on. Beyblades!
Beyblades are cool.
Beyblades are cool. Beyblades are cool.
Yep. They sure is.
Beyblades are cool! Every time we're at Walmart, we consider getting a Beyblade, but then we think, no. We want to buy a Lego, but we got choice paralysis. There's just too much we want. When we were kids, our parents would just buy us literally everything because they were well-to-do. We weren't rich, but we were. We lower middle class after Arnold Schwarzenegger decided, hey, the education, nah. Yeah, our mother and our grandmother were teachers. They made a lot of money, and then they didn't. Hey, Lego. We really like Lego. Too expensive. Abolish capitalism. Abolish it. Capitalism is very bad. Don't. You gotta just don't.
Your bones are gonna ache.
Your bones.
Oh god.
Abolish them. Abolish your bones.
Dying.
You gotta abolish your bones, yeah. You gotta abolish your bones. Every single one.
That one actually hurt.
I got a brand new stone. I'll give you the key. I'll give a brand new stone. I'll give you the key. Cats are made of particles.
Wow.
Wow.
Did you know they put that meme in Crash 4?
Did you know they put that? Did you know they put that meme in Half-Life VR, but the AI is software?
Well,
No one knows why. No one knows why. You don't need a reason.
good old 2017 memes and 2020 things.
2017 memes and 2020 series of 1999 video games.
As far as you go, Lombax.
Yeah.
I'm the star around here.
Let's see. Mortal Z-Man asks, how many phases does this boss have?
Too many. By which I mean more than one.
Okay, so Liam just said, because he's not, I don't think he realizes that we're streaming.
Not that I need him.
Oh?
He's talking about No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky just updated and had a whole bunch of shit. And is now, Liam has a planet called Limp Bobos. It's blue now. We have responded. Too many. Liam has ignored us saying this thing. We're very much hoping that he would respond question mark. And then we would say too many blue. It's too many blue. He has a planet called Wave because it has basically the atmosphere of the planet is in such it only has pink and blue. It's just pink and blue. And there are Dr. Seuss plants all over the place. It's very aesthetic. Anyway, now it has thunderstorms. That's thunderstorms. Oh, neat. That's what we're gonna say. Oh, neat. We did it. We did it, everybody. We responded to our boss and we said, oh, neat.
You did it, Reddit.
We did it, Reddit. We got 10 likes. Now for the titty.
I've always thought the world needed more of me, and now they get it.
Extermination is my job. I can't help if I love it.
Now
You'll see why they call me the Blue One.
That's what's like. For your fight, you gotta put it in your face. No one knows why. No one knows how. You just gotta do it. Just gotta do it. Don't do it.
This controller only got to it.
No. Potato. Potatoes are made. Apparently, the word cactus comes from an ancient Greek word meaning cactos.
And what does that mean?
It refers to the original plant. Cactus was a different plant, and it doesn't exist anymore. And they don't know what it is.
Oh.
They just know it was. They just know it was fairly similar to the modern day cactus.
Huh.
So apparently the original cactuses are extinct, and now these new cactuses are different. This timeline
In my
is
day, we had different cactuses.
this timeline is weird. Anyway, these are things learned from Half-Life VR, but the AI is self-aware. Yep.
Immortal Z-Man says, man, this character likes to heal up. Yep, he sure did. Do a lot of that.
What's this dude's name? We never actually paid attention.
Ace Hardlight.
Ace Hardlight. Every time we see him, we basically think, oh yeah, knock off Captain Kirk. Captain Quark.
Yeah, kinda.
Embarrass yourself.
No, he's literally like if they redesigned Captain Quark and made it and give him a different hairstyle and made him a different color.
So if they completely redesigned him?
Ah, yeah, the Lego Bionicle approach to redesigning a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, he's the same character. He's identical, but he's got a different mask
And a different body.
and a different color. And yeah,
Box.
yep. Tahu and Lewa, they're completely different characters. They're completely different characters made from the same pieces, but they got a different mask, so it's fine.
Transformed you from a worthless nobody into the hottest celebrity in
Oh
the
boy.
galaxy.
I've seen clips of this cutscene.
So that's why your news
Courtney Gears in it.
slandering me every 6 seconds.
Slandering.
This is a good one.
Courtney Gears isn't in it. We're not paying attention.
No, I don't think she is, unfortunately.
It's very hard for us. It's very important for us that if we're all maybe just do it.
The opportunity of 1,000 lifetimes.
Hmm.
I'm making
None of us give a crap about anything unless it's got Courtney Gears in it.
the star of the show.
Well, that's pretty noble.
Billions. We'll sell Ratchet action
But there's
figures,
Ratchet action figures, Ratchet sports shoes, Ratchet deodorant, Ratchet breakfast cereal, earmuffs and cologne, soft drinks, hard drinks.
Where are the Courtney Gears? Where are the Courtney Gears cereal?
Rights, reality shows, video games,
Wait.
commercials.
All right, so we had some thoughts that don't really make a whole lot of sense, but we're gonna put them out anyway because it's important to us.
I'm not your
You said a Ratchet sports drinks.
other heroes to get rich.
Yes.
You're not just
The idea is now, what if they lubricate Courtney Gears in water and then they sell the Courtney Gears bathwater? We assume that robots are waterproof in this timeline, and that they can just take a conventional bath with water. It's otherwise,
I mean, we see them on like rainy planets and they seem to be fine.
all right, because yeah. Anyway, Courtney Gears gave a girl bathwater.
Yeah. Oh, I was reading One Piece the other day, and in one of the
No way, you read One Piece?
Yeah, I know.
No idea.
In one of the author question corners, a reader wrote in and asked, "Hey Oda, if Nami takes a bath, can I buy some of her bathwater?" And that postcard was written in like 2005 or something. So that was the original Gamer Girl bathwater.
Yep.
Anyway,
If our body shapes up nicely enough, people are gonna start asking us for the bathwater, and then we'll just give it to them. We're not gonna sell this shit.
oh wait, what the hell?
Unless too many people start asking for it, and then we will. That's how
Oh,
that's how supply and demand's supposed to work. That's not how that
to
works.
unlock the final level, you need to grind points. No.
No.
Okay, let's see. There's a couple of missions here where I can get a few thousand points. Oh no.
How the inhumanity so many points? How are you
A
gonna
lot of points.
do it? How are you gonna live through this? Chip, you only have like 5 minutes to live. How are you gonna grind up all those points?
Oh, I'm gonna shit.
Oh shit! You heard them folks, they're gonna shit!
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
It's what I'm best at. Oh dear. Yeah. Actually, I'm not sure how you grind points in this, because it seems each mission can only give you like a set amount, and you can't like keep grinding the same mission to get more points. At least that's how it seemed before. I'm gonna have to double check that.
You don't sell the steak, folks, you sell the sizzle. Ratchet is hot.
Meow.
Oh, look at that, there's lava.
Don't try any of this at
Yep.
home. Go
There
to
sure is.
house.
Did you know that if you were put into, if you tried to go into lava, you would die?
What?
In fact, did you know if you try to go into lava, you will die before you get into the lava?
What?
That is called convection.
What?
Also, did you know if you take a block of iron and you throw it into some lava, it will not melt. But if you do that in Minecraft, it will.
Get excited, Juanita. I'm talking about the gas round.
The melting point of iron is above the temperature of lava?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a whole game theory episode about it. Game theory is usually bullshit, but some of this stuff is this is just like lava.
Yes.
What even is it? Nobody knows.
Hot rocks.
Yeah, what happens if you just put a rock in the microwave? Do you die?
Yes.
Yes. Don't do it, everybody. Don't do it, anybody.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, now I've got 185,000 points, which is... Oh, more challenges open up. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, and some of these get like 10,000 points each. Okay, it shouldn't take too long to grind up then.
Yeah! Grind up that pussy!
Hell yeah.
Hey! Penguins! Firemen! Lend me your
Oh,
ears!
this is a perfect mission. Can't get hit. Mustn't get hit by anyone. Don't you dare hit me.
Do, do, do. Do.
And that Lombax is terminating with extreme prejudice. It's a good thing we're out of range, Juanita.
Sometimes, if you look really, really close, you can almost see the point where the elephant landed on you,
Whoa.
and you died.
You know, if you look real close, you can almost see the screen in front of you.
You know, real close, you can almost just rest your head right in between Murdaka's butt cheeks.
You know, if you get real close to the microphone, you can start making ASMR.
So one of the people we were playing board games with had a VR headset, so we could actually see them moving when they moved around, and it was really cool. And whenever we put photos, whenever we stamped images onto the board, they had to get up real close to them to see them. So we put some porn of Rudaka up, and they had to get up real close to it. Yeah.
Now that's living.
Yep. We were particularly fascinated when they had to go to the bathroom, and we saw them take their headset off and put it down.
Oh.
Their hot dog hands walk away. By the way, we call them hot dog hands. Josie called them hot dog hands.
Yeah.
Basically, whenever that player with the VR headset would manipulate their player token, it would look like they're just taking a hot dog and picking up their player token with the hot dog. Harvey says ASMR is not relaxing. It's not for everybody, but we have a persona that's basically an ASMR persona. So.
I haven't really listened to a lot, but it seems alright.
Our partner linked us to one that's an hour-long video of someone teaching you how to train a pet potato. So it's probably going to it's also absurdism. So it's probably going to be hilarious, relaxing, and that sounds like an interesting combination.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we have a persona that's basically that's basically ASMR. She talks very slowly and quietly, and it's very nice. Probably say they about that one. Gotta list our pronouns on all of our page, our individual pronouns on our stuff. So, how long are you going to be grinding for? 12 years?
Nah, probably just like
8 years?
10 minutes.
8 years? 10 years? 6 years?
Yeah, sure.
4? 17?
So I forget what the completion requirements for this mission are. I'm not sure if it's beat all the enemies or if it's just survive.
Please report to security. You're parked in my space.
Hmm? Beat your meat.
Yes.
Beat your meat all over them.
This guy's gonna
All over the friends.
time, Juanita. Let's just pray we don't have any more wardrobe malfunctions.
You know, it's weird playing like this game when I know that no other Ratchet game plays like it, including like the ones immediately
Yeah.
before and after it.
Yeah, it looks completely bad.
It's weird. Like, I mean, some of the guns are really fun, but on a basic level, it's not as nice to play as the others.
I like weird, but this is bad weird, it looks like.
Yeah.
For instance, we're good weird.
He's,
They're good, you're good weird. All of our friends are good weird, and this game is bad weird. It's boring.
yeah.
Immortal Z-Man says tenderize. What if instead of beating your meat, you tenderized it? Ha! Funny joke.
Okay, one more mission in the bag. This is reminding me a lot of Smash TV. Is that Smash Mouth or Smash Brothers?
It's a game. It's a game. It's a top-down shoot 'em up. Plot. It's like you're on a reality show, and reality show is to kill things.
I see.
The Game Grumps played it once.
Let's find out what our next challenge is. Hey, whoa, I can't read that. Who's writing these cues, huh? Oh, look, that's completely grammatically incorrect. Hey, where's my lunch? I'm hungry. What are you people doing back there?
I'm gonna put it in voice streaming. Voice streaming.
Screaming.
Wait, no, that's not the right voice we're trying to do. Stream. No, we forgot what we were trying to make it do a specific voice, and we forgot what voice we were even doing. I've been really tired lately because of the energy drinks.
I see.
What is your favorite video game? Says Harvey.
For me, that's got to be iNinja. That was originally on the PS2 and GameCube and PC. They're all good. Whichever version you get, it's all fantastic. You're a little ninja boy, and you run around, and you slice and dice, and you're cool.
The two Metroid games on the Game Boy Advance. You can't decide
Those are
between.
real good too.
We can't decide between the 7 of us which is our favorite. One or the other.
Yeah, those are real good.
We wish that We wish that another Metroid 2 remake. No. What's that? Samus Returns. We wish that Samus Returns had gone with the pixel art style. So we just consider AM2R to be the actual Metroid 2 remake.
Yep, I prefer that one as well.
Yeah. Super Metroid remake because we understand what everyone says. It's real good because it controls real good, but most elements people have for it kind of apply more to Zero than they do to Super Metroid because it hasn't aged terribly well compared to the later games. But no one's played those. No one's played those because the Game Boy had such a varied library that there's a lot of good games on the Game Boy.
Yep.
But unfortunately, if they remake Super Metroid, it's likely going to be a 3D thing, like Samus Returns was. So
Yeah.
Samus Returns is never gonna get a good pixel art remake. I guess it would be seen as redundant because the actual game's already pixel art, but we want it. We don't care if it don't make sense. Do it.
Alabama Inc. says my favorite games are tied between Doom 2 and Quake.
Video games aren't supposed to make sense. They're supposed to be good. That's why Mario Galaxy has all that shit going on in the gravity and the shadows.
Yeah.
Fuck physics. It wants to be good. Damn it.
Yep.
Make a good game before it makes sense. Super Metroid remake that's just pixel art again, but slightly better, and the controls are like Zero Mission, and that's it, and nothing else different because the game's perfect.
Yep.
Alabama says his favorite. Oh wait, you already read that.
Yeah.
Whoa, this announcer is impressed.
Why does one of the icons look like one of the Machinima logos? Or rather, it looks like if the M graffiti from Mario Sunshine was a Machinima logo. One of the top icon in that cross shape in the corner there looked like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see it. I always forget what that ability does. It's called Ravager. I always forget what it does.
Oh, wow, we would like someone ravaging our icons.
Tee hee hee.
We have no idea what we're talking about anymore. We're just very tired all the time. Maybe we still okay. So it doesn't seem we have chronic depression no more because apparently that just kind of evaporated once we learned to trust ourselves, our entire selves. But apparently we still have chronic fatigue. That's still a thing. Mortal Z-Man says, "Is the icon the most iconic? Is the icon iconic?"
The icon of Sin from Doom Eternal.
Da 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 da.
Eh.
Paper Shock 497. This was the Bionicle Abridged I mentioned last stream. What was what?
What? Did Caper Shock say something else earlier?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Very confusing.
Oh, this just in, folks. The Tower of Power has been totally re-engineered by our very own Dread Zone interns. And these guys are idiots. They have a hard time boiling water.
Okay.
An arena challenge. Team Dark Star is in serious trouble.
We don't need to do this now. Yeah. Ratchet and okay. Cybershock 497. We have a Discord. We have a Discord server, and we have a text channel call where you can put links that are relevant to the stream. The Discord chat. The Discord link is in the description to this stream. bit.ly/beavercord. You just click on the link. Never works. What?
Aw.
Yeah,
Did the link expire?
yeah, that does. It does. It totally works. Alabama Inc. asked, why is Josie talking with a Boston accent? New persona. We don't know why. Apparently, a part of ourselves has always wanted to talk like this. Shrug emoji. Shrug emoji. Okay.
Yep.
At the Sega Scourge voice stream. Or wait, no, that's the wrong name. Shit. At HA12. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so, there.
No. Oh.
Which one of us is trying to talk? I'll just see. Alright.
OMG, yay, it works finally. Oh, cool. Neat.
Alright, so we've just linked you to the voice streaming text channel. You can just put your link there to the Bionicle Abridged, and we will not be watching it after the stream. We will be taking a nap, but we will watch it after our nap.
Fantastic.
Alabama Inc. What just happened was all seven of our personas, we couldn't figure out which one of us wanted to say that thing we just. So that happens sometimes. We also figured that's why we sometimes stammer over our words. We always thought unique about the way that we speak sometimes. Everyone does it, but just something fun about us. And now we know. It's because we just there's too many thoughts in our brain. Too many thoughts. Too many thoughts in the brain. Too many cooks spoil the broth. Too many cooks spoil the broth. Too many cooks turn on the air conditioner. Too many cooks.
Too many thoughts. THOT.
Too many thoughts. THOTS.
Peace.
Oh, and Liam is like, "Nani?" Because he's not paying attention to the stream, so he doesn't know why someone just came into the server, and then immediately Josie linked them to the voice streaming channel. He has no idea. He has no idea. What an asshole!
What an asshole.
Alabama Inc. says too many dicks on the dance floor. Well, we say not enough dicks. We need to just. We don't know how many dicks we can fit in ourselves. Really, it depends on how comfortable the partners are. Anyway, what is with the light? What is with the flotation rings? Peppermints. There's a lot of things. The umbrella logos. There are a lot of things that these look like.
They're not life rings, they're death rings. If you touch them, you go poof, and you die. Anyway, there we go. That's enough points to unlock the ghost station.
How many dicks can you fit in one ass? Google.
What does Google say?
At your leisure.
The correct answer is 3, but if you're asking my mom, the correct answer is 6. The correct answer is 3, but if you're asking my mom, then it's 6.
Oh dear.
The correct answer is 3, but if you're asking my mom, it's 6. Okay, okay, so in short, we don't know. And research inconclusive.
Travel to the Ghost Station battle course is
I do so love the things we look up on this show.
Okay.
My friends, it is a black day for Dread Zone fans across the galaxy.
Meow.
Ace Hardlight, champion exterminator,
Meow.
and respected philanthropist.
Meow 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 meow.
AKA the Butcher of Bogan.
Fans reacted to Ace's defeat with shock and outrage.
We hate you, Ratchet. You cheated.
Ratchet is a malicious criminal.
Too many dicks. What?
Bowing
Yes.
under pressure, Gleeman Box acted quickly to address the issue.
Fans of Dread Zone, I
Too many cooks.
for the loss of the mighty Ace Hardlight. I encourage you to express your grief and sympathy by purchasing this limited edition Ace Hardlight Memorial Action Figure on sale now for only $299.
A Fox News investigation later revealed that Ratchet used banned performance-enhancing drugs.
In accordance with Dread Zone Regulation C6-5/9, paragraph 2, Ratchet has been
Let's
sentenced
see.
to meet his fate on the
Immortal Z-Man asks... No. Immortal Z-Man says... The funniest thing I heard from watching the streams was finding out there was a manga called My Balls, and I almost shat myself laughing. There's a Ray William Johnson song called that. Is this the manga that we're thinking of? Yep, this is the manga we're thinking of. So there's this guy.
Yes.
He's very horny,
Yes.
and he has a demon sealed in his balls. And if he comes once, the world ends. The whole world.
Do not worry,
I can only imagine how this story will go.
Yep.
My Nagrid shows an abandoned supply ship on the other side of the station.
Yep. Only way. Oh. Okay. This is basically a no. Okay, so it's only for 1 month. So this is basically no fap November, the manga.
Oh, okay.
It's great. We haven't read it. Reading is hard. None of us know how to read. We don't know how to read. Fuck you.
Fighting ghosts.
Anyway, the voice streaming Discord channel, the voice streaming channel on the server is for links relevant to the streams. You just post shit there that is relevant to the stuff. So you post your link to the Bionicle thing. The Bionicles. Bionicles. Bionicles are good.
Yep.
Yep.
They sure is.
They sure is. You can type pudding for one scroll.
I love Bionicles. They're comfy and easy to wear.
I am Bionicles. I'm comfy and easy to fuck.
Whoa.
Yep.
That's pretty epic.
Thank you. Okay, Harvey is also Caper Shock. I have different YouTube channels on their phone and a desktop.
Oh, right.
That's unnecessarily confusing, but alright.
Yeah, you did mention that in a previous stream. I just forgot.
Josie has short-term memory problems. Those seem to be getting worse. We're pretty sure we'll figure out with time how to make memory go good into her head. Memory go in here, out the other. Everything goes in and out.
No, I prefer to stay here where the real action is.
The way I say it is that we simply don't know where the memories go. They probably go somewhere.
Oh. Okay. This time.
I believe in you, Chip. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You are great. Go to space.
I'ma do it. Whoop. Whoop. Blah. Okay, thankfully the ones that I already did are already done, so I don't have to do them again. That's good. Meow.
Everybody in the world is bees.
Yeah.
Bees. There's a new Lego Minecraft set, and it's gonna have bees in it.
Yep.
That is all.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, so for some reason, Harvey just has not posted that Bionicle video in the Discord yet, even though he has the ability to do so at any time. So we're just gonna... The internet now, right, perfect. Fuck.
Oh.
Wait, what? Oh, okay, we weren't expecting a reply to that. All right.
Harvey says, I have questions about the waifu section.
It is on the Lego Bionicle section. Well, that's not close enough. All right, that one. I'm pretty sure we have seen that one. Also, that seems to be the one that shows up when you search Bionicle Bridge on YouTube. So I'm gonna guess that this is the only one. Oh yeah, this is the one we saw. We haven't watched it in a while, so we don't remember anything that happens other than that the movie ends when Takanuva and Makuta fall into the puddle of muddle. Into the puddle of muddle. We almost said puddle of muddle.
Is that the one made by Dr. Mad World or Dr. Mad?
Should be.
That's the one I remember.
The channel name is just Gimrak, but they could have been Dr. Mad at some point.
Okay.
Dr. Mad Bonkers. Oh, Dr. Mad's the one that does the Cinema Sins Bionicles.
Ah, right. Okay. That's what I'm getting confused with. I thought he did an abridged thing as well.
Oh, yeah, we're looking for it. We're looking. Oh. Apparently that was a Bionicle creepypasta that he read. We'll look into this guy later. He seems cool. Yeah, so we're gonna add this Mask of Light Abridged to a watch later playlist. So we're gonna watch it again tonight probably. We are very tired. Very, very tired. It's like there's 5 tireds and we are 7 of them. What?
Wait.
How long is this level gonna go on for? 12 hours?
This is a really long level.
12?
Also, I've only just like started it.
Oof. Oh yeah, Alabama says he hates CinemaSins, and we're with you right there.
Yeah. I used to watch them, but then I realized that that's stupid.
We watch CinemaSins after we've seen a particularly egregiously stupid movie.
Yeah.
Like if a movie is so bad that you can pick something apart in it every few seconds, then we'll watch a CinemaSins video for it. Unfortunately, in order to build a YouTube channel, you have to make practically daily content. So obviously he releases CinemaSins videos for movies that have no business having CinemaSins videos.
Yeah.
Good movies and shit. And that's just how YouTube works. You can't have a successful YouTube channel if you only release content when you find it.
Yep.
So that guy, Jeremy, he's either gotta resign himself to watching bad movies for the rest of his life, or just start doing CinemaSins videos on good movies. And well, that's gonna lead to some pretty obnoxious video content. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
It's YouTube's fault, not Jeremy's. When he started doing this, it was about bad movies specifically.
Good times.
Yeah, but then he was just kind of locked into doing it because it was what he was good at, and YouTube likes to pigeonhole you. At this point, if he tried to do anything that wasn't this, it would actually have less of a chance to become popular because he's already popular doing something else.
Yep.
Because that's how the YouTube algorithm works for some reason. No one knows why it runs this badly.
It's very dumb. Lots of
It
things on
sucks.
YouTube are very dumb, but we're all
Everything.
here anyway.
Practically everything about it, because anyone that tries to compete with YouTube doesn't have the money to, so they don't.
Yeah.
It's very hard to compete in the tech. It's very hard to compete in the tech industry.
Mhm.
You need a whole lot of money starting up. All right, never mind. The first movie he did was a bad one. Amazing Spider-Man 2. That's bad. That was a bad movie. And then he did The Avengers, which is not a bad movie. That's not a bad movie at all. All right, then we got Dark Knight Rises, Prometheus. Those make sense. Lupa. We've heard Lupa is actually a good movie. It's just confusing as fuck. And then Avatar, which probably The Room, Harry Potter, Last Airbender, Inception. What the fuck? The Hobbit, Skyfall, maybe. Twilight. Okay, The Dark Knight. Okay, we give up. This is stupid.
Yeah.
Fucking. Alright, so it turns out that CinemaSins was never exclusively about bad movies, so we don't know where we got that impression. Harvey Coof says Jose Wheeler. Oh, you mean Josie Wheeler. On Duel Links, you can set a character icon, and we went with Alexis Rhodes from the next show that we're going to be doing Gather Friends on, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. She looks like she would be Joey Wheeler's daughter with My Valentine's breasts. We're not entirely sure how that would work out, since she's only supposed to be like, okay, so basically this show takes place 10 years in the future, but she is 16 years old. Well, you know what? Since we just talked about how massive her breasts are, we're gonna say she's 18. So, yeah, so we don't know what's up with Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Officially, none of the characters in GX are related at all, but some of them very clearly resemble characters from Duel Monsters, so shit's fucked.
Yeah.
Immortal Z-Man says Avatar is his least favorite James Cameron movie. He says what we're all thinking!
Meow.
In the third Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, there is a very large man named Rex Goodwin. He is very large, and he wears suspenders and nothing else.
Just suspenders?
Just suspenders. So you just see his rippling muscles and his full body Nazca lines tattoos.
Ah.
Also, he's a villain. He worships the sun god he worships a series of gods called the Earthbound Immortals.
I see.
Don't be surprised what we're going to meet him before he turns into a villain. We are surprised because him not as a villain is not in Duel Links. There's just this very large, half-naked man named Rex Goodwin in Duel Links, and no context was available to us because we had no idea who this man was. We just know that he's very large. Alright, never mind, no, he is wearing regular pants. We were misremembering that his tattoos were suspender belts. The belts of suspenders. We have posted an image of him once in the chat. We'll get it again. He's very large. He's very large and worships a sun god. Let's see.
I mean, we've had Ra. That's a sun god.
Yes, there apparently is multiple. The size of this lab. That is what we said. There we go. Copy. Open link. Yes, open link. Alright. Dark Signer Rex Goodwin. He's just a very, very large man covered in Nazca lines.
Where's the way out of this place?
Alabama Inc. says Avatar is a good movie. Come at me, bro. So, from what we can tell, Avatar is a very interesting thing to watch, but not necessarily a good movie, however little sense that makes. It's similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark-Sided Dimensions. It's not a comparison to draw, but hear us out. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark-Sided Dimensions was a very good movie, but it was mostly spectacle. We forgot correctly everything that happened in the movie almost immediately before we started recording the Gathered Friends episode, which is one reason why we were so overwhelmed by having to talk about it while playing the card game.
I see.
Because we honestly forgot anything about that happened in the movie, because the actual plot is not as interesting as what was actually going on in the movie. Joey almost died. He does so like doing that.
Yeah.
Yes, Kaiba does a thing in the movie. We imagine Avatar as the same way, but we haven't watched it yet, so we can't honestly be sure, but it sounds like it, because Avatar apparently was a very, 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 very spectacular movie, but is very uninteresting in retrospect. That's what we're getting from. That's what we've been getting about it.
Yeah, I hear that Dark-Sided Dimensions originally wasn't supposed to have, like, Yugi and friends as prominent characters at all. They were meant to be, like, you know, supporting cast at best, and it's supposed to be just a Kaiba movie.
It does make sense, because, so here's the thing, and you'd be very confused. You would think that in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game where Yugi is a playable character, that you would be able to play as Yugi, right? Yugi in Dark-Sided Dimensions is currently the only character avatar in Duel Links that we have not yet unlocked, because he is an event-exclusive unlockable character.
Oh.
We can only unlock him when Konami deigns us worthy. Or deigns us.
Deems?
Deems? There are words.
What was it?
No, there's also a word called. There's also a different word. There are many words. This one tries to talk all fancy, so we try to use words we're not particularly familiar with, which can lead to problems. We're Googling it now. Deign. Do something that one considers to be beneath dignity. Oh, wait, that's beneath one dignity. Condescend to give. Okay, yes. Basically, Konami has yet to deem us worthy of unlocking Yugi in Duel Links, or deign us with the privilege, condescend to give us the privilege of unlocking the fucking title character. We have Yugi unlocked in the Duel Monsters timeline, but for some reason there's a separate world for Duel Monsters and Dark-Sided Dimensions.
Oh.
Duel Links players that are more interested in some of the later series, well, for one, they exist apparently, and they are most annoyed that an entire world is taken up by Duel Monsters, but worse. Anyway, so we have Scud, the only named character to die in Dark-Sided Dimensions. We have him unlocked as a playable character, even though he never once touched a Duel Monsters card.
That is a good point.
Yes, he is in Duel Links as a playable avatar, and we have him unlocked. We don't have the main character of the fucking franchise. most confusing. Joey is also a playable avatar. At least we see him show Aigami his deck once.
Yeah. And he had a whole subplot about trying to get a new dual disc that never went anywhere.
Yeah. There are lines in the game. There is a cutscene that implies that Bakura and Tristan, as they appear in the movie, will also be playable in Duel Links at some point.
Huh.
And you know what? If we're still playing by then, we want to bet that we'll want to bet that we unlock them before Yugi. So the event to unlock Yugi was supposed to repeat a couple months ago. You want to know what they did? Is they introduced a new event where you unlock Aigami instead, which is interesting, but also terrible because it means that there's going to be an event to unlock a new dual Dark Side of Dimensions character every couple of months, and they're not going to repeat at all. We're sure it's going to repeat at some point, but we're most confused. We're most confused. Very confusing. And we would most prefer if we had just the emotional energy to actually set up Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro for more consistent playing of that. Because that game, you could just put whatever cards you want together and just throw them around like what you do. We played it and it was going pretty smoothly. It would go a lot smoother if we had our own cards to play with, but well, you weren't familiar with any of them, so we thought this was going to be easier.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yep. The draft play format is a very good format. It means that anyone can play with any cards and no one will know what they're doing.
Yep.
All things are equal. They did it once in in Duel Monsters. When Duke had Joey open up all those booster packs.
Oh yeah,
That's
that was a thing.
That's literally what we did.
With impressionable parents may want to pretend
Yeah.
they're watching the
Yeah.
robot.
And that they're packs that are specifically designed for that. Pharaoh's the Thousand Eyes Bible was not specifically designed for that, so it was actually quite impressive that they managed to string together a coherent duel out of 2 decks made from cards exclusively from that booster pack. The writers knew what they were doing sometimes. Alabama Inc. says, Avatar is better than Top Gun. Fact. Is Top Gun any good? Top Gun. Not Top Gear. Top Gear was good, but then the entire cast decided the milkshake ducked the world. Chip, you're British. What's your perspective? What's your perspective on Top Gear?
I liked it for many years. It was cool. And then Jeremy Clarkson decided to be a bit of an ass, and now it's not that good anymore. I mean, it's alright. The new presenters are pretty good.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Yep. It's very hard for us to remember what bad things people do, but we will not forget Jeremy Clarkson's thing because it is the most petty thing we have ever heard for a celebrity ruining their own career.
Yeah.
Basically, basically an intern didn't eat his lunch all the way, so he bitched the fuck out and left the show, and his hosts sided with him on this, so they also left.
Yep.
Really? You're going to destroy your own career because an intern didn't heat your food properly. Not even eat his food, make him eat it, and then make him sick. He just ate it and he just didn't like how it was cooked, so he just didn't like how it was heated, so he was like, I don't want to eat this. I'm leaving. Fuck off. That's a summary. He was apparently much louder and had more words and just basically, what if he was the maximum level of grumpy old man? And then what if he was so grumpy old man that his friends also grumpy old man, even the one that they treat like a child?
Yeah, yeah.
Top Gear was fun. Harvey says he liked the specials where they went to other countries. That was amusing.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you know that the song that they played in the Vietnam special from the scooter, the song "Born in the USA"?
Oh, I don't know that.
Okay, so, what? No. Okay, so there was
No, that was the song they played.
there was a Top Gear special where they drew straws or something. There was some gamble about who had. Okay, so it was one of those specials where they road trip across the country.
Yeah.
And one of them had to take a scooter, just a really shitty scooter, and it had speakers on it that would blare "Born in the USA" as loud as possible, and it would be incredibly awkward to drive, especially since it was Vietnam.
Ah, I see.
As it turns out, that song is actually about Vietnam, specifically. It was pointed out because in more recent years, John Oliver did a piece on apparently politicians during their presidential campaigns will copyright infringe songs.
Oh.
They just steal music and play them as their campaign themes without proper attribution or credit or money or permission. So the creators of Born in the USA, hold on, is that AC/DC? Born in the USA. Bruce Springsteen by AC/DC. Wait, what? Okay, it says it's both Born in the USA and Bruce Springsteen. It says it's both AC/DC and Bruce Springsteen. That's confusing. Was Bruce Springsteen in? Okay, so John Oliver had Bruce Springsteen on the video, and he did a parody cover of his own song, "Born in the USA." Why would you play our song? It's about Vietnam. Because there was someone who was running for president, and they were playing "Born in the USA," but it was very tone deaf because the song's literally not supposed to be about someone running for president in the United States. It's the opposite, in fact. It's about that war we lost. It's stupid. Anyway, if we were to run for president, we would borrow "Land of Confusion" by Genesis, and famously covered by Disturbed, and we would actually get permission before we did it. We think that would be very good. We're conflicted about whether we'd get Genesis or Disturbed or both of them.
Ah.
So, what's the plan? We have acquired schematics.
There's
my
also
God,
going
that was a
there's
robot.
going to be an Invincible animated series. Oh, on Amazon. That's what he's talking
Oh
about.
yeah, I heard about that.
That's what they're talking about. Amazon. Has anyone watched The Boys? No. Josie doesn't watch things. Watching things is hard.
Yep. Alright, one last upgrade run, and then I think we're going into the final boss.
The final boss. USA.
Bone in the USA.
Bones!
I have so many bones.
What if you just move into a new house and you just open the door and then it's just full of bones?
Well,
The whole house, filled with bones. So many bones!
just so many.
So many bones! Some of them are real! Most of them! Almost all of them! But some of them aren't! And that's the game! Find the fake! Oh, and every single one of these was involved in a murder! You're not going to want to move into this house! All this because you said bone in the USA.
You are ready. You can take the shuttle
Yep.
to the battle.
Yes. We're very creative. Lego teased that Lego teased the Sesame Street set. Just a short Twitter video of some various Sesame Street things, and then the Cookie Monster minifigure can be seen. We hope there is a minifigure of the Count, the vampire that counts things.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. There was an SCP reference, but not really. The SCP Foundation logo is a part of the Adobe Image Suite. It's one of their images that you just have when you have their stuff. So basically, it's just a public domain image, and it was one of the stickers that was applied to the Count's race car in an episode of the Sesame Street where he was in a car race with cars. This was years before the SCP Foundation was a thing, so it was purely a coincidence. But it is very clearly the SCP Foundation logo on Sesame Street. So we would very much like to build the Count's race car. Anyway, also Bert and Ernie should be in it.
Yes.
They simply must have Bert and Ernie. There
It
were
would be a crime not to.
there were some leaks of Sesame Street characters on Flickr? No. Instagram? What is it? Instagram? It's Instagram. It's Instagram. Instagram. There were some leaks, supposedly, of Lego Sesame Street figures. But some of them might be fake. And by might be, we mean are.
Ah.
And by some of them, we don't know how many of them. So we've seen Lego's Cookie Monster figure. Lego's shown it to us, so we can say that there's definitely a Cookie Monster on its way. A Lego Cookie Monster figure on its way. There was a Bert and Ernie figure leaked, but we don't know if Josie doesn't know if those are real. We do.
Right.
Just some people probably know if those were real, but we're not those people. God, so many people keep putting shit on. People on Instagram will just tag things Lego leaks, even though it has nothing to do with leaks.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem with Instagram, is just like the way to get attention on it is just to put as many hashtags in your post as possible.
Yeah, even hashtags that aren't relevant at all to what you're posting. And apparently there's actually a war in the community about it. Some people who visit this tag to look at the tag and things relevant to the tag are quite annoyed that people keep posting things that aren't Lego leaks with the tag. And then some other people are annoyed at them. No, I should be allowed to use whatever tags I want for my things, completely defeating the purpose of those tags.
Yeah.
No, words mean things. Words mean things. Just don't. If your thing isn't a Lego leak, don't tag it a Lego leak. If your thing isn't even Lego, especially don't tag it a Lego leak. If your thing has nothing to do with Lego at all, don't... Okay, this one's a lady with a shark, so that's Lego. The video is mostly focused on her parrot. Where is he? He's a cute bird. He's a cute bird. But why though?
I guess I do just gotta grind more challenges before the final boss.
It is what it do.
I'm very confused by the structure of this
It is
game.
It is what it do. Brooklyn Rage.
Yeah.
I summon Pot of Greed, and that allows me to draw 3 cards, allowing me to play Pot of Greed. And also he's here. Pot of Greed!
Yes. Go, you're contactable.
Mortal Z-Man says I rarely put hashtags in my posts. We have an Instagram account, but we don't use it.
Yeah, I don't really use mine either. I should, but
Now,
don't.
on the one hand, we're probably going to be more comfortable taking selfies of ourselves in a few weeks, but a few months. But we're more likely to start an OnlyFans account at that point. Finger guns, sunglasses. Hey.
Yeah.
Turning off the air conditioner, turning on the air conditioner. Our air conditioner sometimes will turn itself off. We have to tell it to not do that.
That sounds slightly annoying.
No. What it does is it detects the temperature, and if it thinks that it's cold enough, it'll turn itself off, and then it'll turn itself back on if it gets too warm. But we get really sick if it gets even a little warm. So we kind of need it to our heat tolerance is like way different than your average bear. Playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Online. People play with anime decks. It is fun. Yes, more people need to play fun meme decks. Instead, they play ridiculous meta decks that are just terrible. We mostly play Shiranui when we play Duel Links because Duel Links they expect us to play in ranked 3 times a day, and it's most frustrating when you just have to play something you know you're going to lose. So we have to start playing meta decks almost exclusively. It's like we wanted to just play Blue Eyes, but we didn't have all the right cards to make a Blue Eyes deck, so we had to play something competitive. This is why no one likes games. Just games in general.
Yeah.
It is what it do.
It sure do be it.
This match on ice, ladies and gentlemen. The juice is cold, and the generic brand X gelatin is definitely jiggling.
It is what it do.
If Ratchet was a tough cookie, what kind of cookie would he be? I'm gonna go with Snickerdoodle.
Well, as the announcer in this game just said, the jelly sure is jiggling.
Jelly Jiggler!
I don't know why he said that, but I agree.
I do.
Looks like that was
Would you like to share with the rest of the class? Absolutely not.
I'm impressed.
Well, alright then.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to my health and died. Oops.
We can tell that she doesn't actually know. She just said it. For the sake of saying it. Sometimes that happens.
We can teleport ammunition out of Ratchet's gun before he even fires.
Ah, we got ourselves.
Sorry, your spleen. Oh, and then
Being crazy is fun.
Yep.
Is this level almost over yet?
Well, I mean, this has been a few levels.
Oh, I thought you were almost done.
So did I. It turns out there's more.
you don't sell the steak, folks. You sell the sizzle. And
Yeah, for some reason I gotta, like, grind out the last few challenge missions, I guess, before the final boss.
Looks like that was the last of them. I must say, I'm impressed.
well, I never thought I'd see the day.
Psych! He's not even close to done. I'm just toying with his mind.
No. Oh god, I'm dying.
Same.
Keep an eye on my health in this level because it keeps going down. Ah.
Harvey asks if we've ever seen the TCG meta. Yes, we are most familiar with the Yu-Gi-Oh meta game. It's a nightmare. And apparently, a cute girl at his university drew his OC for the book he's writing.
Oh, neat.
Wonderful. We are a cute girl.
Also, you're writing a book? That's also neat.
That is also neat. That is much neat. That is very neat. That is more than neat. That is absolute. That is brilliant. That is wonderful. Our viewers are cool. Our viewers are cool.
Hell yeah, they are.
What?
Oh, I just realized the arena's shrinking. That's why it feels claustrophobic in here.
It is what it do.
Yeah. Okay. Round 7 out of 8. If I just don't die in the next 5 seconds.
Here's what you do. Here's what you do. Is you don't die. And that's it. And that's it.
That's a good plan. That's a mighty good plan you got there, Miss Josie.
Red Zone started out with 2
Thank you. Thank you. Brilliant.
burrito, and the rest is history.
But the real question is, where?
That's a very good question. That's a very good question. We're not paying any attention, so we can't answer you, but you are asking the right questions, my friend.
Apparently Harvey's book is about 170 pages long. Whew.
Wow, that's a lot of pages.
You can take the shuttle to the
He's been writing it all COVID time.
Oh. Were you writing it because you were bored during the pandemic, or during quarantine, or is it a project for school, or is it unrelated? It just sort of happened.
shuttle to the back.
At any rate, it doesn't matter why you're writing a book. What matters is that you are writing a book, and that is wonderful. That is fantastic. Our viewers are talented.
Wait, what the hell? I have no idea what I'm supposed to do now. It says go to Dreadzone Station, that's where I am, but all of the missions are done.
What if you go to
What am I
space?
meant-
What if you go to space? What about then?
Oh, maybe. Wait, what do I do? What am I supposed to do?
What if you go to space? If you go to space, it pushes you back.
Am I supposed to blow up the transport or something? What the hell do I do? I want to go talk to Al, see if Al's got the details. Al, where are you? Oh, Al's not here. No. That's just a shop where I can buy robot parts. That's just missions on the Battle Dome. This is the rankometer, where I'm at the top rank. Oh, here's Al. Okay, Al, what the hell do I do?
Go to space.
Wait, that's Clank.
Go directly. You go directly to jail. That's what you do.
Clank, where's Al? Is he in space? I'm gonna see if Al's in space. Oh, that doesn't work. What do I do? The star says to go over here, so I go in there, and then like all of these are ticks. They're all ticks to say you did it. But then the one at the top is like not done yet. It's got the star.
We weren't paying attention. We weren't paying attention. What happened?
What do I do? I don't know what to do. I'm going into the dread zone, but it's all the missions are done. So what do I do?
To the dread zone.
Let's see. Some of them I could still get points from for no reason. Indicator, Crusader, Avenger, Marauder. Yeah, no, that's kind of all the stuff. But what do I what do I do?
It is what it do.
What am I supposed to do?
Penguins. We don't have any ideas.
I mean, I guess I could try and get the skill points.
Harvey says he was writing his book because he was bored and wanted to be productive. Those are the best reasons to write a book.
Yep. Okay, let's see. What's my best weapon for this? Probably this one. Okay, well I got the speedy skill point for that one.
Bees.
Also, your stream's also good to listen to during COVID times? Oh, neat. Thank you, Harvey.
Thank you, Harvey. We are fantastic. Yes.
We aim to give you good things to listen to.
Yes, yes. Especially when Liam isn't here. Then we're fantastic. Or even more fantastic.
Whoa.
That's a joke. Liam's great too.
Yeah. Control level? What the hell is the control? What? Oh, okay. So I just had to go. Okay, this is how I get to the final boss. You go to a point of no return thing over here. Which is not the place where the star was telling you to do the next thing. It just told me to go in the wrong direction. Okay.
We meant to have a soda when the stream started, but we forgot to. So that's why we're very tired already. We were hoping we'd be able to get through an entire stream today, but we have been very busy the last couple of days.
Something just doesn't seem right here. Not good.
Well, what have we here, Dreadzone fans? A contestant attempting to sabotage...
Sans Burger King!
Out of it.
How exciting! If he
Yep.
succeeds, the rest of the contestants...
Sans Burger King!
Papyrus McDonald's.
If Ratchet doesn't...
Probably.
Before time runs out, the Battle Dome will be blown into a trillion pieces!
That's insane!
Undying
Sans
Subway?
Burger...
I was still on the Battle Dome, then it would be insane. But I happen to have a truly lovely view of the action from a remote
And what
location.
Z-Man says, in 2018 I wrote a draft for a comic book story that was 18 chapters, and the script was over 240 pages. Damn.
Unless you shut your cake hole.
Josie
That's a lot.
used to write short stories for a local writing contest. We almost won a couple of them.
Ah.
And by won, I mean we did win. We just didn't win the grand prize. Yes, we were technically an award-winning writer at some point.
Positively
Hell yeah.
electric.
And then life got really, really hard, and now we're this.
Survive the next
Ha
time.
ha!
I can't believe I'm reading this.
Well, you're an award-winning podcast person and stream person.
Thank you.
Because you win the Chip Award for being cool.
Faces his toughest challenge yet to deactivate the Battle Dome's formidable defense systems and defeat Gleeman Vox himself. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Ratchet for being such a great role model and a pillar of our community. If
Z-Man
anybody
says,
can save
I'm
us,
rewriting
it's
to
you,
condense and
Ratchet.
streamline so it won't be
We're
crap.
rooting for you,
Yep.
little buddy.
Harvey Cup says, I played Ratchet and Clank 3 while you did on stream. Nice.
Sorry, Ratchet. I did not realize I was
Oh
getting
god, I'm on a
into
time
another
limit.
one of Box's traps.
Good job there's a shop here on this final area.
Three fusion generators
Yeah.
on the control level. It will release the escape shuttles, and both the fans and the heroes will be saved.
Oh. Well, that's fun. Max out ammunition. And let's swap over to that one.
Somebody somewhere is made of corn. You gotta go fast.
Yep.
Kitty. Cat.
Oi.
Kitty cat go meow. Vroom. Haha, funny cat go purr.
Ratchet, the station will be blown to
Haha, funny cat go purr.
Oh no, I fell through the I fell through the level. Oh.
Funny cat go purr, purr,
Blah.
purr.
Hey, did that add more time to the timer because I died? That's condescending.
Harvey says that he used to play Ratchet Clank 3. Well, we did it stream. Moral Z-Man says he's rewriting his book to condense and streamline it, so be crap.
Yep.
So you're already writing the Dragon Ball Z Kai version. Wonderful. It's wonderful.
That's one way of putting it.
Yes, that's why we said it. Because we are very smart. We are very smart. We live in a society. Yes, yes.
Yes.
If you criticize society, yet you live in one.
will be blown to bits.
Funny, I am very smart. Cats are made of moose.
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 Soos.
Hello, welcome to Dr. Seuss. May I take your order, please?
Welcome to Dr. Soups. May I take your soup?
When you just drive up to a restaurant's drive-through window and when you order your food and you go to pay, you say, what the hell is this? This is we don't take this here. You don't take cash? No. We only
soup.
We only take soup. What? You gotta pay for your food with soup. Okay, can I just go to the convenience store over there and bring you a can of soup? No, you gotta cook it. Can I use your microwave? Oh, we don't have microwave. We don't have kitchen utensils, kitchen appliances here. You're a restaurant. Yeah. How do you make your food then? Oh, we have a summoning circle. Can you just summon soup then? No, well, no, because society's got. So you gotta. That's total anarchy. You gotta pay for your food with soup. If we just made. If we just created soup for then that's communism. We can't have that. What?
What if you went to a fast food place and they gave you money, but you had to pay in burgers?
That's brilliant! Let's do that! Let's do that! Yes! How do we do that? How does one start a business?
First you have lots of money, and you ask people for burgers.
Alright, we don't
and then pay them for their burgers.
Well, we don't have that. We don't have lots of money.
Well, that's your first mistake, see?
Alright then. Alright, so I think we're... Okay, so... Okay... Sorry, we're distracted because we're watching a sexy woman give a massage to an alligator. And we don't know why Twitter's been playing video lately. We don't know how to mute it. Okay, there it is. It's muted now. Anyway, this sexy woman is giving an alligator a massage. It's quite cute.
Neat.
Oh, the alligator looks like he is smiling. He is very alligator-y. This is good. This is very good. We would quite like to be the woman and the alligator in this video. Both of them.
Yes.
Anyway, there's that in voice streaming. It's a video. It's a Twitter video of an alligator being massaged by a woman. She's got just massive cleavage showing and no pants.
Oh, lovely.
There's nothing showing. It's just cleavage and thighs.
And alligator.
So it's not so it's not NSFW. It's
Neat.
just a happy little alligator and some happy little titties. Big titties.
Hell yeah.
Big alligator. The alligator is quite large.
Big alligator titties?
Yeah, big alligator titties. That's exactly how it do. Big alligators and big titties. That's the way. This is the way. This is the way.
I keep dying in this game because I forget to put up the shields that I just have.
And Quote retweeted. We want to be both the alligator and the woman in this video. Yes, yes. Okay, that. That doesn't sound right. Yes, yes is Royal's catchphrase. We don't know what this one's. We'll get the hang of. We'll get the hang of this eventually.
Please hurry.
Yeah.
Gordon, if we hurry now, we'll make it to the Lambda complex in 7 hours. Oh, it's because of the bow tunas. Okay. Everybody's got corn in their mouth until the day they die. And then sometimes you gotta ram a greenhouse into the wall, or else no one's ever gonna sing again. Yeah. Immortal Seaman asks, so you want to be an alligator to avenge Josie? Yes. If we weren't a cat, our persona would be an alligator. We assume that means that part of ourselves wants to be an alligator more than they want to be a cat. But we don't know yet, because we all seem to identify as a cat named Josie. So that's fine then. So that is why we tell people that we're basically 7 cats operating one big cat. Because that's basically accurate. Although more accurately, it would be 7 cats operating a meat puppet. Ooh. Meow. 7 cats operating a bigger cat, mecha cat, like Voltron. No, wait, that's 5 pilots. They could be like a Megazord. Megazords can have a variety of numbers of people. Oh, good. We apologize to someone about making lewd comments about their wife, and they just DM'd us we DM'd someone an apology about lewd comments we made about their wife, and they just DM'd us that they thought, nah, it was funny.
Oh.
This is good. We mostly apologize for our own comfort now, because we feel bad about the things that we say, even if other people don't.
Okay.
Fuck, which one of us said that? It's Chilton said that, okay. Hello!
Ratchet,
Have we mentioned we're very tired? How much longer is this?
I don't know.
Is this going to be like the Sonic Adventure 2 stream, where we keep wanting to leave, but we keep thinking that the stream is almost over?
Well, okay, at least with this one, the mission itself has a time limit of 10 minutes, so on a successful run it can't go longer than that.
Ooh.
But of course that is with the caveat of it being a successful run.
Meow! Nine months and 6 Josies later. Okay, so there was this tweet about in Super Jail, the warden became married to an alligator in one episode. That's it. That's the tweet. That's it. Hello. Meow. 9 months. 9 months and 6 Josies later, we assume this means parts of ourselves may identify more as an alligator than a cat, but so far it does still appear all of ourselves as a cat. Yes, yes. All right, so there was a tweet, screenshots of the warden's gator wife from Super Jail. We quote retweeted it in January of this year. If I wasn't a cat, I'd be this alligator. We have retweeted it, and we have replied with it. 9 months and 6 Josies later, we assume this means parts of ourselves may identify more as an alligator than a cat. But so far, it does still appear all of ourselves as a cat. Yes, yes. Anyway, alligator wife.
Yep.
Excellent, Ratchet.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
deactivate the second generator, but hurry.
Meow, 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 meow.
And all the Z-Man says it's when I am where I am. Yeah, it's midnight here.
Tonight, on a
Okay.
very solemn episode of Dread Zone, everybody dies! Oh no!
Dallas, you're
See,
embarrassing yourself.
is this the final level?
Mommy, I don't
Who
wanna go
knows?
bye-bye.
Dallas, this is not the time.
There.
Oh,
Where we go? Here?
baby. Good baby. Baby, no
Oh,
cry.
okay. Nice to do that. Oh god, throw your EMP grenades.
white hollow vision.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now.
Selfish man.
Thank you, Juanita. Your absence of verbal abuse was refreshing. I can't even tell you. Ooh, and the whole mommy baby thing. Sexy. Baby needs a changing.
Out of the Ratchet and Clank games that have been released so far, which is the best?
That is a toughie. I kind of have a soft spot for the first game. I think it's probably the tightest designed. All the weapons have use. It's got really good level design. Excellent music. Yeah, I'd say overall the first game.
We haven't played any of them, so we're going to say whichever game has the most screen time from Courtney Gears.
That would be the third.
Alright, so the third game is the best game because Courtney Gears is the best thing. If we were an alligator, we'd be the gator wife from Super Jail. If we were a robot, we would be Courtney Gears from Ratchet and Clank.
Several escape shuttles are leaving the battle dome. Keep working, Ratchet.
Nice.
All of us may or may not identify as a different breed of cat, so if we had to choose what cat we would be, that would be a little bit more complicated. Harvey says 2.
2. I like to think that's not in response to the Ratchet and Clank question. It's just he just says 2.
Yeah, he's just a 2 kind of guy.
Sometimes you just gotta say 2.
Sometimes you just gotta say 2.
2.
We're gonna do that next time we're hanging out. Next time we're hanging out with Liam for a stream of or a podcast or something. Just say 2.
Yep.
Every so often, just say 2. It's like how Spidey's been saying E lately.
Yeah.
Just E. He also says anime titty.
He does. A lot.
A lot. Which is weird because he seems to be afraid of titty in any other context.
Yep.
You mention titty once, he cries. If you mention anime titty, he's like, yee.
Very strange.
Very strange. This machine is a machine.
Yep.
You should shoot it with your laser gun.
This machine is Carlton Banks.
Oh yeah. Good. Why? Why?
Because it's Carlton Banks.
Carlton Banks!
What can you say about Carlton Banks? He was Carlton Banks.
It's not unusual to feel love for anyone.
Nekese.
Unusual to feel no, 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 no. We don't know the
Can you
lyrics.
make me a sandwich?
Not unusual lyrics.
Suppose since we're all about to perish horribly, I should own up to a few things.
They should remake. They should remake The Usual Suspects.
Sorry you couldn't get it off in time.
And the theme song in the trailer should be a dramatic remix of "It's Not Unusual" by Tom Jones. Because the movie is called The Usual Suspects. It's not unusual to feel loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. When I see you hanging out with anyone, it's not unusual to see me cry. It's not unusual to go out at any time. When I see you out and it's about such a crime. Ah, fuck that lyric up. If you should ever want to be loved by anyone, it's not unusual, it happens every day, no matter what you say. Oh, I don't know how that lyric's supposed to go. Have we never actually listened to this full song? fuck.
It's
Okay.
entirely possible.
It is what it do.
Yep.
It is what it do. So there's a Thomas the Tank Engine character who has a face on his butt.
Oh, lovely.
We were on a live stream of the Wonderful 101 for no reason. It's just someone we used to know was on Twitter, and apparently they're a live streamer now. And we thought, hey, we should watch this, and we did. And they were talking, and they talked about a Thomas the Tank Engine character that has a face on his butt.
Huh.
He is a Snowdawn Mountain Railway engine, and for some reason, in addition to the face on the front of the train, he also has a face on the back of the train. And it's contrary to the song we were just singing, it is in fact quite unusual.
I see. Oh, Hobby Cuff said in the chat, you know, Chip, guess what? And I missed it. What? What's to be guessed?
Chicken butt?
Chicken and Winnigish?
Butts. Who even knows what butts are? Nobody knows. Nobody has a butt.
See, I figure Heaven is like a cross between a Crowbar Productions video and Chicken and Winnigish, because you got a leg in one hand and a brer in the other.
What?
Have you not seen the Fesh Pints of Blair?
Well, Liam played it for us in the tabletop simulator when we played the board game last night, but we were not paying attention to the videos at all. In fact, we were actually paying so little to the game in general that we kept trying to turn the video off because we thought someone was trying to play video when they shouldn't be, and Liam got mad at us.
Oh.
Because
That's
we
coincidence that he was showing that to you yesterday then. Huh.
see, it was because most of that time when we were playing the board game, people kept trying to play YouTube videos on the tablet in the game, and what we would do is we would redirect the tablet to porn so that instead of playing a video, it would just have an image of well, first we had that living inflatable sex doll that we talked about a couple streams ago. Then we started having Big the Cat Rule 63, and then Liam wouldn't let us use the tablet anymore. So we had to just figure out how to turn the tablet bit volume off on our end.
I see.
So anyway, Bionicles.
Yep. They sure do. Okay, that is one more thing. Oh.
Two.
There's the payoff for the joke with Harvey. He says two.
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 Two. Two.
The only number funnier than 7.
The only number funnier than 2.
Well done, Ratchet. The containment fields are deactivated. The station is no longer on lockdown.
Oh good, the station is no longer on lockdown, unlike the world.
Sorry, Ratchet. I am not leaving without you.
2.
Yeah, that's something that's coming into effect on Friday. Wales is going into a national lockdown for 2 weeks. Like a proper strict one where we're not allowed to leave home. All non-essential businesses are closing.
It's because of COVID, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
And it is a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing, but you know what would be even better?
Hmm?
Doing this months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have. But yeah, basically the First Minister of Wales, who, like, he doesn't have as much as much power as the Prime Minister does, but, like, you know, he's got plenty of power within Wales itself. And he basically said to Boris Johnson, hey, if you don't get England under control, I'm closing the Welsh border, you prick. And he did it. He followed through on it, so, you know, kudos.
Alright, so basically, the world's fucked, right? The whole world?
Yep.
Everything's fucked. It's really strange, learning to love yourself while the world's crumbling around you. We are absolutely powerless to do anything about it, but we feel good. It's very strange. If we had been able to work through our drama when it started, then we were probably in a position to actually enact change on the world. No, society's gonna be fucked. No, you can't have multiple personality disorder. The movies, though. The movies. Everyone has got this. Gotta be a villain. You're not a villain. You're not crazy.
The movies.
You're not trans. All the trans people in movies are monsters. You're not trans because of the movies. You're not. It's because of the movies, though.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective 2.
Hey, you know what? You know what you should do is you should just stop being sad. You gotta pull yourself up by your bootstraps, which is physically impossible to do. No one gives a crap about how little sense their phrases make.
But what if you don't have boots?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you know what okay. So you know the premise. You know the phrase, pull yourself up by your bootstraps?
Yeah.
Physically impossible, that you can't do that. That's not really a thing.
Think about it.
That doesn't make much sense. It's literal. Okay, so here's a more applicable phrase that should demonstrate a little bit clearer how little sense it makes. Pick yourself up by your shoelaces.
Yep.
Question: You are on the ground. How does one pick themselves up by their shoelaces? Yes, the bootstrap paradox is a thing. It's the name of a paradox, and the alt-right has a catchphrase about it. The alt-right has a catchphrase about it not being a paradox. We live in a strange world where people just do things that don't make any sense all the time. For instance, this video game still isn't over.
Yep. Somehow this game is still not over, but we are on the final boss. So...
Are you sure about that? You're sure about that?
I'm very positive that this is the final boss.
That's good, because we're pretty sure that several hours ago, when you said that you were on the final level, that you actually had no idea and were just talking out of your ass. And we're not upset with you for that. It's just...
let's just say my ass is more talkative than I am.
Ah! Well... That's... Oh god, we're so tired, we can't even figure out what to do with that information. Just...
Considering that we die if Team Darkstar loses, that's an understatement.
Understatement, it is, Carmen. The underworld of professional mustache twirling, whatever it is.
Which is more likely to happen? Which is more likely to happen in the future nanotech armor and weaponry or hoverboard hovercraft?
Probably nanotech.
Yeah. Yeah. The scientists have determined that there is no. That they can make a hoverboard or a hovercraft, but why though?
Yeah.
There
It just
is.
seems really inefficient.
It's really inefficient because the hoverboard as depicted in Back to the Future was basically just a skateboard. It only hovered over the ground, lightly over the ground. It didn't fly. You couldn't fly high in the sky on a surfboard, and if you could, it would you would die because it was also not supposed to have like straps on it, because that's typically how people ride skateboards. The only support is gravity. So there's no point to a hoverboard, other than because it was in Back to the Future.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nanotech armor is very efficient. Every Avengers movie demonstrates. Every movie that Iron Man is in demonstrates a new and creative use of nanotech. And we don't know how many years it's going to take for us to get there, if it's even possible. But if humanity could ever get to that point, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh shit! We forgot to put the stream in our.
Alright, I think I beat him.
Really? The final boss?
Yeah,
And we can sleep?
I think so. Unless there's like a final escape sequence.
Like Metroid?
Like Metroid.
Metroid is good. We like Metroid. Metroid's very.
Is good.
Metroid's very good. Most of us appears to want to be Samus. Most of us want to appear to look like Samus. Some of ourselves want more identifies with Peach. We don't know who is what. We assume aggressiveness is Samus and cheerfulness is Peach, but the other one's undecided.
Which one is Sans?
Well, Sans isn't a blonde woman with massive titties, so none of us.
Well, not with that attitude.
Alright. Sexy Sans.
I'm just saying, Sans is a skeleton. You don't know what they looked like when they were human. If they were ever human.
Doesn't look like anyone's drawn Sans as a woman yet. Oh wait.
That's disappointing.
Oh wait, this one's a femboy. He's got good thighs, but not good enough. This one might be a woman. Her tits don't seem to be very big because she is a skeleton. Why would her tits be big? Why? Wait a minute. No. Why is her butt big then? Why is anything? Why is anything?
Why is anything?
You know what? We're just going to change our answer to. We're just going to interpret your answer as which one of us it would be a skeleton woman, and say probably voiceless. Because the Grim Reaper is a skeleton lady in Marvel, and she's hot, and she's a skeleton. Why does she? We don't know why she has massive titties, but she does.
Fantastic. Oh, turns out that sexy robot from earlier, the one that I was playing as for a while, that's Clank's girlfriend now, apparently.
Oh, good. This game have lots of robots in it.
Yeah. I don't think she appears in any more games though, so I don't think that lasts. La Ende.
Ah yes, my friend Maddie on Twitter has suggested swamp cats. Cats that are alligators at the same time.
Ah.
This solves all of the issues.
Now those do sound interesting.
Now we're going to Google it. Alligator cats. So a trend that they've had on Dice Funk, that D&D podcast we've been listening to, is sometimes they introduce an animal and then they accidentally call it a different animal at some point, and then they just decide, you know what, this animal is both of those now.
Ah.
Oh crap, we can't think of examples right now. Maybe one of us.
Taking the Avatar Last Airbender approach.
Yes, that! We're trying to think of examples.
Are you going to play another game or stop playing? No, for tonight that's it. We're done with Ratchet, and we'll finish the stream when the credits are over.
Slow Loris and Pangolin.
Ah.
So that's how creative they've gotten with those. They're taking those. Neither of those is exactly the first choice of animal anyone would think of. They went with both.
Nice.
So there's a slow. There's what's called a Panglorious is what it's called. There's also a sloth that is part B, but we think that might be actually a thing in D&D. Some of these aren't made up. Some of these were made up by Gary Gygax or his staff.
Okay.
I think Gary Gygax we think Gary Gygax might have actually been dead by the point of. Hold on. Dark Sun. They're playing in a D&D setting called Dark Sun. 1991. When did Gary die? All right, so we just Googled when did Gary die, and wanted to see what would come up. Gary Stewart, Gary Collins, Gary Rhodes, Gary Peacock, Gary Cooper. Okay, so I guess we'll have to remember how to spell Gygax then. We hadn't actually realized that we don't know how. Okay, he died in 2008. So, Dungeons and Dragons: Dark Sun was in fact created by Gary Gygax while he was alive. Or rather, it might have still been his team. We don't know if Gary Gygax perfectly did everything. He probably didn't. Anyway, so we're on Google now, looking at pictures of cats and pictures of alligators. Google does not seem to realize that we wanted pictures of cats that were alligators.
That might prove difficult.
The ponies on My Little Pony have pets, and one of them is an alligator, and one of them is a cat.
That is true. That is indeed true.
All right, so the cat definitely looks like it would be Rarity's pet. We can't tell who the. We can't remember who the alligator was. It was.
The alligator gummy belongs to Pinkie Pie.
Ah, all right then.
And Twilight has an owl, and Fluttershy has like a bunch of animals.
Yes, Fluttershy is very good. Ah, yes, dogs.
Which is weird because there's also these characters called the Diamond Dogs, who are like anthro dog people.
Oh, great.
But then there's just normal dogs too.
Okay, so they have the Disney type of furry confusion then going on.
Yes, definitely.
Right. BoJack. Not every franchise can be as consistent as BoJack Horseman. It was actually quite impressive that in the entire 6 seasons of BoJack Horseman, there was never any. We never see an animal that isn't a furry. We occasionally see references to horses standing on all fours, but no, we never see a straight up non-furry animal ever. Not once. We think we've mentioned it on stream quite a bit, but there was even a scene. We kept expecting a BoJack Horseman to go into detail about the history of why the world is populated by furries. But then one day they did the gag where the camera pans underground and you see stuff underground as Easter eggs. And one of the things we saw underground was a skeleton of a dinosaur on a skateboard. So that wasn't going to happen then. In one scene, they said, "No, we're never going to explain the furries. Have a nice day."
Nice.
That episode also has sexy ant people.
Nice.
Yes, as it turns, yes, it was mostly an Amazon-esque society where the men were all subjugated to sex slavery because that's how ants actually work. And they all look like JoJo, and the male ants look like JoJo characters.
Nice.
So that was good.
Alright then, and I believe the credits are just about right.
There's a guy in the credits was named Nick Flutterman. We can't tell. That seemed to be a character name. All right, never mind.
Okay. Right. Well, thank you all very much for watching all of this. All first 4 of the Ratchet games. We'll be back with the PSP games Soonamundo. And then after that, the secret game, and then we'll be moving on to the PS3 trilogy.
Yeah, and then we're just gonna stream porn for the rest of our days.
Hell yeah. I really hope that this, like, the timing works out, so that when we finish the last PS3 game, when we finish that, I hope the PS5 game is gonna come out like around that time. Because that'll be like good for channel views.
When Josie's body starts shaping up more nicely, then we'll be doing straight up porn, and that will also be good for channel views.
Yeah, I mean you're not wrong.
Disclaimer: the porn will not be part of our YouTube. It will just so happen that we'll be hot and doing porn on the side. Because YouTube doesn't like porn.
Although we will shout out your porn in every single YouTube thing we post.
And I will pose for thumbnails.
Hell yeah.
Yes, we will pose for thumbnails. Yes. Sexy women in all the thumbnails. Not even clickbait because we're technically in it. Haha.
And that's Ratchet Gladiator.
Is it over?
Yep.
Is the stream over?
No, because I haven't pressed stop yet. Thank you all for coming down. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch us next time. Bye bye, everybody.
Shrieky dinks. Oh shit, Harvey asked a question, we forgot to read it. They do that on BoJack Horseman and nothing happens, they just have a baby and sometimes it's one of the species and sometimes it's the other.